I think what's great about living in Albuquerque and being part of this community of artists in Albuquerque is the opportunity to work on art in the community, actual public art. Sometimes it's monumental, sometimes it's more accessible, you know, and sometimes it's engaging with the community. And when I think about these projects, like a real home run might be when it does all three, you know? And what we are trying to do is do something that can bring people in of any age or skill level, can start a dialogue, but also you can walk away with something like a new experience of some sort. My name's James Black. I'm an artist, illustrator, designer, t-shirt maker in downtown Albuquerque, New Mexico. I mean, going all the way back, I've always been into drawing like characters. You know, growing up, we were doing street art and this type of thing, but I gravitated more towards the characters and the faces and stuff like that. And when I would draw on like stickers and slap them up and stuff like that, sometimes I would just draw a face like as expressive and wild and fast as I could. And I think that being downtown, sitting in my shop, I see so many different wild faces pass by, and part of being like a character designer or an illustrator is capturing those faces and doing what we call a memory sketch and trying to remember that person's features that just passed by. So tonight I'm finishing up a couple of these faces for the City Bright project. We got a few more minutes before go time, so I'm just tightening up some of these drawings, and then I'm going to export them. We're going to projection map them to the Rosenwald building across the street, and then brighten it up for Art Walk. So the great thing about the Albuquerque Public Art Program is that they're always letting it be known to the community what requests for proposals are out there, or RFPs. So when there's an RFP available, not only is there an email blast, but you also can see this type of thing on Instagram, and they're good about getting it out to the community as to what public art projects are available. During the pandemic, it was dead down here for a while, and there was a few of us artists and creatives who, you know, have businesses or studios down here, and we had the creative freedom to just try all kinds of things. And during that time, we projected onto the Rosenwald building, and we did a lot of this type of projection experiments. And it was just for fun back then. But when the RFP for City Bright 2 came around, it just made perfect sense to take that initial experience of trying to like draw and scribble and see what it looked like projected onto the building and make that into a more of a complete project. We initially thought that we could just blast the whole building with, you know, a very powerful projector, but we realized that the stucco was reflecting light much more, and the dark tint from the windows was just literally sucking the light in. And even if we covered the windows from the inside, we couldn't get a bright enough surface to project onto. So it just made more sense to mathematically figure out the measurements of the building, first by kind of using Google Maps, and then by measuring the stucco in between each of the windows, and setting up little rectangles which eventually could become tiny little screens that we could project all these little different faces onto. So it took a little bit of math, a little bit of studying the architecture of the building, and then a little bit of creativity combined. I've grown up in Albuquerque, New Mexico, so, you know, I've seen it from all kinds of different sides. I've invested into Albuquerque, New Mexico as a business owner in downtown Albuquerque, New Mexico specifically. It's kind of been my stomping grounds. I've done tons of DJ and music shows in downtown Albuquerque. I've lived most of my life in downtown Albuquerque, and in that way I've become so familiar with all of these characters of Albuquerque. Albuquerque icons of absurdity, amazing Albuquerque people, wild characters and interesting faces. And I think that's been a big part of what inspired my City Bright 2 project, is to reflect some of these characters back onto the city quite literally.